If you're over 60, I need you to stop scrolling and truly hear me, because what I'm about to say could save your life. Every single day, seniors are unknowingly committing habits that are slowly weakening their hearts and silently shutting down their ability to love, connect, and even survive. As a heart surgeon, I've stood at the bedside of too many men and women who thought they were just tired, only to discover their heart was days, even hours, años, away from failing. These weren't smokers or fast food addicts, no. These were regular people with quiet routines that were quietly killing them. I'm Dr. Rena. I've spent over 30 years as a cardiovascular and men's health specialist, working with seniors just like you, and I've made it my mission to help older adults reclaim their vitality, because I know your best years don't have to be behind you. What shocks most of my patients is that the real danger isn't what they expect. It's not just about what you eat or whether you exercise. It's 4 simple daily habits that seem innocent, harmless even, but are destroying your heart and draining your sexual health without a sound. And I promise, once you understand how, you'll never see these habits the same way again. Today, I'll show you exactly how these habits affect your heart, your circulation, your intimacy, and most importantly, what you can do to stop the damage now. But don't go anywhere. Habit number 3 is the most misunderstood and also the most dangerous. Keep listening. Your heart and your future depend on it. Before we dive in, take a moment to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a life-saving health message designed specifically for seniors like you. And if this message speaks to you, type 1 in the comments. If it doesn't, type 0 so I know how to improve and better serve your needs. Now let's talk about the first habit, the one I see every single day in my clinic and the one most seniors never think twice about. It may seem harmless, even comfortable, but over time, it slowly drains your energy, weakens your heart, and quietly steals your ability to be intimate. 1. Sitting for hours without moving. You might not think twice about it, sitting down to watch a little television, read the newspaper, or relax after a meal. After all, you've earned the right to rest. But what if I told you that hours of sitting, day after day, are silently damaging your heart and robbing you of your strength, vitality, and even your ability to connect intimately with someone you love? When you sit for long periods without moving, your blood flow slows down dramatically. Your circulation becomes sluggish, and oxygen doesn't reach your heart, brain, or lower body the way it should. And the longer you sit, the more pressure you put on your arteries. Over time, that lack of movement causes plaque buildup in your blood vessels. It raises your blood pressure, weakens your heart muscle, and begins a slow, dangerous process that can lead to heart failure, stroke, or sudden cardiac arrest. But the effects don't stop there. Your body's ability to produce testosterone also takes a hit. Testosterone levels in men naturally decrease with age, but prolonged inactivity accelerates that decline. That means a noticeable drop in energy, lower sexual desire, and weaker erections. For many older adults, these changes don't happen overnight. They creep in slowly until one day you realize you've lost not just your strength, but your spark. I've had patients tell me, "Doc, I just don't feel like myself anymore." And the truth is, it often starts with something as simple as sitting too long. You don't need to run marathons or join a gym. Just standing up every 30 minutes, stretching, or taking a short walk around the house can jumpstart your circulation and give your heart what it desperately needs: movement. A short morning walk, followed by another in the evening, can dramatically reduce your risk of heart disease, improve your mood, help manage your weight, and yes, support better sexual health. Your heart thrives on movement. It doesn't have to be fast or intense. It just needs to be consistent. Remember, motion is medicine, and after 60, your body depends on that motion more than ever before. So the next time you find yourself planted in that chair for hours, ask yourself, is this moment of comfort worth sacrificing your long-term health? Because while sitting may seem harmless, it's one of the most underestimated threats to your heart and your intimacy. Now, if that surprised you, wait until you hear about the second habit, one that millions of seniors start their day with, believing it gives them energy, but instead, it's quietly pushing them closer to heart disease. Let's talk about it. If you're still here and this message is resonating with you, type the number 1 in the comments to let me know you're still with me and ready to take control of your health. Now, let's move forward and talk about the second habit you need to watch out for. 2. Eating comfort foods that clog your arteries. For many seniors, breakfast is a cherished routine. It's comforting, familiar. A couple slices of bacon, buttery toast, maybe some fried eggs, or that favorite sugary cereal you've had for years. You sit down with your coffee, maybe watch the news or chat with your spouse. It feels like a peaceful start to the day. But as a heart surgeon, I'm here to tell you that peaceful routine might be doing more harm than you realize. These so-called comfort foods are often loaded with saturated fats, trans fats, excess salt, and refined sugars. Every bite of greasy sausage, every sip of cream-laden coffee is pushing your arteries closer to danger. When you eat these foods regularly, your blood becomes thicker, your cholesterol rises, and inflammation starts to build in your blood vessels. Over time, this leads to hardened, narrowed arteries that restrict blood flow, not just to your heart, but to every part of your body, including your brain and your sexual organs. What many people don't realize is that your breakfast choices set the tone for your entire day, not only in terms of energy and digestion, but also in how well your cardiovascular system performs. A heavy, greasy breakfast forces your heart to work harder, especially in the morning when your blood is already naturally thicker. That's why we often see a spike in heart attacks shortly after breakfast. The strain becomes too much. It's not just your heart that suffers. Poor blood flow directly affects your sexual health. Reduced circulation means reduced sensitivity, weaker erections, and a lower sense of desire. For women, it can mean decreased lubrication and more discomfort. You might not connect these symptoms to breakfast, but the connection is there, because what you eat becomes your blood, and what's in your blood feeds every part of your body. Now, I'm not here to take away your enjoyment of food. I'm here to help you redefine it. A heart-smart breakfast can still be satisfying. Think about warm oatmeal topped with berries and a handful of walnuts, whole grain toast with avocado, Greek yogurt with a sprinkle of cinnamon, or a smoothie packed with spinach, banana, and almond milk. These foods don't just taste good. They support circulation, reduce inflammation, and give your heart and body the fuel they need to thrive. When you make better breakfast choices, you start the day with intention. You give your heart a lighter load. You sharpen your mind, and over time, you'll begin to notice real changes. More energy, better focus, and a renewed sense of vitality in your most intimate moments. And if your morning routine has been putting your heart at risk, imagine what happens when you ignore something even more silent, something that builds up quietly inside, not in your arteries, but in your emotions. Because the third habit isn't about what you eat, it's about what you carry. Let's talk about it. 3. Keeping stress bottled up. You may not see it, you may not talk about it, but the stress you carry, the anger you swallow, the sadness you hide deep inside, those silent emotions are doing real damage. As a heart surgeon, I've treated countless patients who ate right, exercised regularly, and still ended up with serious heart conditions. And time and again, the common thread wasn't what they were doing on the outside. It was what they were holding in on the inside. You see, the human heart doesn't just respond to food or movement, it responds to emotion. When you carry unresolved stress, whether it's from past trauma, financial worries, family conflict, or even loneliness, your body reacts. Stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline flood your system, tightening your blood vessels, raising your blood pressure, and forcing your heart to beat harder than it should. That state of constant tension isn't just exhausting, it's deadly over time. And here's what many people miss. Emotional strain doesn't just hurt your heart. It impacts your sexual health too. Chronic stress disrupts hormone levels, reduces blood flow to intimate areas, and chips away at desire, connection, and confidence. You might find yourself pulling away from your partner without even realizing why. The truth is, emotional pressure builds up in your body just like plaque in your arteries. It clogs your joy. It suffocates your spark. Now, I know what you might be thinking. You've been through hard times before. You've always kept things to yourself. You don't want to burden anyone. But I'm here to tell you, after 60, your heart can't carry that weight alone anymore. You need to let some of it go. Whether that means talking to a friend, joining a support group, praying, meditating, or even just writing in a journal for 10 minutes a day. Any act of release helps. Your heart doesn't need perfection, it needs peace. When you express what's inside, when you give yourself permission to feel, it doesn't make you weak, it makes you stronger. It improves circulation, lowers stress hormones, helps regulate your heartbeat, and yes, restores the emotional intimacy that so many seniors think they've lost for good. I've seen men in their 70s reconnect with their wives. I've seen women who hadn't felt joy in years start smiling again, all because they stopped carrying everything alone. So the next time you feel something rising up inside, don't shove it back down, let it out, because every moment you give your heart peace, you give yourself a longer, more meaningful life. But what if the danger doesn't come from your emotions, your diet, or even your habits during the day? What if it strikes while you're asleep, night after night, without you even knowing? The next habit could be the most silent and most dangerous of all. Let's take a closer look. If you're still watching and these insights are striking a chord with you, go ahead and type the number 1 in the comments to let me know you're here and engaged. Now let's continue with the fourth and perhaps most overlooked habit. 4. Ignoring snoring or poor sleep. It might sound harmless, even a little funny, snoring at night, waking up groggy, needing an extra nap during the day. Most seniors brush it off as just part of getting older. But what if I told you that those nights of restless sleep, the loud snoring your partner complains about, or the morning headaches you've been ignoring are all signs that your heart is under attack while you sleep? As a heart surgeon, I've seen what happens when sleep issues go unchecked. Snoring isn't just noise. It's often the warning sign of a much more serious condition called sleep apnea. This is a disorder where your breathing stops and starts repeatedly during the night, sometimes without you even realizing it. Each time it happens, your oxygen drops, your heart strains, and your blood pressure rises. And the worst part? Most people have no idea it's happening. Night after night, this oxygen deprivation adds up. Your heart doesn't get the rest or recovery it desperately needs. Over time, this silent stress increases your risk of high blood pressure, irregular heartbeat, stroke, and sudden cardiac arrest. It also disrupts your hormone balance, particularly testosterone, and that directly affects your mood, your energy, and your ability to perform sexually. It's not just about being tired. It's about your heart losing strength day by day without a single chest pain to warn you. Many seniors assume feeling tired is normal. They accept the fatigue, the forgetfulness, the loss of drive. But in truth, poor sleep is stealing your life from you, one restless night at a time. And if your partner has ever told you that you gasp for air in your sleep, or if you wake up choking, sweating, or feeling like you haven't slept at all, please don't ignore it. These are signs your heart is crying out for help. There are answers. A simple sleep study, done at home or in a clinic, can reveal whether sleep apnea is present. And treatment, whether it's a CPAP machine, a mouthpiece, or lifestyle adjustments, can make an enormous difference. I've watched patients who couldn't walk a block regain their energy. I've seen marriages improve, not just because sleep got better, but because life felt lighter again. That's the power of healing sleep. Your heart works hard for you every second. The least we can do is let it rest properly at night. Because when your sleep improves, everything improves. Your mind, your mood, your memory, your blood flow, and yes, your intimacy. And now that you understand these 4 dangerous habits, the question becomes, what can you actually do about them starting today? Because knowing is just the first step. Let me show you the simple daily actions that can protect your heart and bring vitality back into your life, starting right now. 5. What you can do today. Now that you understand the damage these 4 everyday habits can quietly cause, the most important question is, what should you do next? Because awareness alone won't protect your heart, action will. The good news is you don't need to overhaul your life overnight. You just need to take the first step. And it starts with being intentional about your daily routine. Start by moving your body every day. It doesn't have to be intense. A simple 15-minute walk in the morning and another in the evening is enough to awaken your circulation, support your blood vessels, and strengthen your heart. Set a reminder to stand and stretch every 30 minutes if you tend to sit for long periods. These small moments of movement add up to big gains in your health. Next, take an honest look at your breakfast. Trade the heavy, greasy start to your day for foods that nourish and heal. Choose oatmeal, whole grains, fruit, and healthy fats like avocado or nuts. These foods support smoother blood flow and reduce inflammation, setting the stage for better heart and sexual health throughout the day. Give your emotional health the same attention. Don't let stress sit silently inside you. Talk, write, pray, meditate. Even just 10 minutes of focused breathing or reflection can lower your stress hormones and calm your heart. When your emotions are released in healthy ways, your body responds with better sleep, improved blood pressure, and renewed intimacy. And if sleep has become a struggle, or if you've been ignoring signs like snoring, fatigue, or waking up gasping, it's time to take it seriously. Speak to your doctor, ask about a sleep study. Quality sleep is not a luxury, it's essential. Your heart heals at night. Don't rob it of that opportunity. Restoring your sleep is one of the most powerful ways to restore your life. Finally, make consistency your goal. You don't need perfection to see results. You just need steady effort. Track your habits. Set small goals. Celebrate progress, not perfection. Every step you take, every healthy meal, every walk, every deep breath sends a message to your body. I care, I'm paying attention, I'm not giving up on my heart or my future. Because once you begin to act with intention, everything begins to shift. Your energy returns, your confidence rises, and the connection you thought was lost, whether with your own body or your partner, begins to rebuild. So if you've ever wondered whether it's too late to make a difference, I'm here to tell you it's not. Your body is waiting to respond. And in the final moments of this video, I want to leave you with one last message, one that could change the way you think about aging, health, and what's truly possible for your life after 60. Stay with me, this is where it all comes together. Final message from Dr. Rena. Your heart has been beating for you, non-stop, since the day you were born. It has never asked for recognition, never taken a day off, and never demanded anything in return. But now, after 60, it's time to give your heart the care it deserves. Because the truth is, everything you do, what you eat, how you move, how you sleep, and even how you carry your emotions shapes the future of your health. And not just your physical health, but your ability to feel alive, connected, and whole. You've learned today about 4 habits that seem small on the surface but carry deep consequences. Sitting for long hours without movement may feel relaxing, but it slowly weakens circulation and invites heart disease. Choosing greasy or processed comfort foods may satisfy your cravings, but they quietly clog your arteries and rob you of energy and desire. Holding on to stress, grief, or anger might seem like the strong thing to do, but inside, that pressure strains your heart and chips away at your sense of joy. And ignoring sleep issues, especially snoring or exhaustion, can damage your heart night after night without a single warning sign you can feel. But here's the hope. None of this is set in stone. Your body is incredibly resilient. Even in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, it can heal. The heart can get stronger, your energy can return, your intimacy can improve. But it starts with paying attention, really paying attention to what your body is trying to tell you. These aren't just health tips, they are daily choices that shape the quality and length of your life. And I want you to know, you're not alone in this. Every senior I've worked with has faced the same doubts, the same fears, the same moments of wondering, is it too late? The answer is no. It is never too late. Not to walk a little more each day, not to change your breakfast, not to breathe through your stress, not to fix your sleep, and not to reconnect with the parts of yourself that you thought were lost to age. You have more life ahead of you, more moments of connection, more reasons to laugh, to love, to feel proud of how far you've come and how strong you still are. Don't let old habits write the ending of your story. Start writing a new chapter today, one where your heart beats stronger, your days feel lighter, and your life feels full again. This isn't about fear, it's about power. The power you have right now to protect your heart, improve your intimacy, and reclaim the health and dignity you deserve. So take the first step, make the next choice with purpose. And remember, your best years are not behind you. They're waiting for you, starting now.